Hello, vinyl community. This is Tommy in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a road trip, and I thought I'd have a little fun and do a video. I am with my friend from New Orleans, Sean. Say hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Who is a mystery person who's requested to not be on camera. So we're not going to see Sean, but you can hear his voice maybe occasionally. And supposedly he's found this secret honey hole vinyl den of goodness, and he's taking me to it right now. And so I'm going to check in, and like I said, we're just going to do this little adventure and have some fun from Atlanta, Georgia. We may hit a couple of other places while we're here, but we want to try this place first and see what we can find. Sorry about the bumpies. We're riding, and Sean is driving us very safely. So stick around, and we'll see what we can find. All right, so we have arrived at Sean's honey hole. This is in, where, Sean?
Clarkston.
Clarkston, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. It's called Records Galore. We're about to go in, and my wallet will probably be a little lighter than it is currently. So we'll see what we find here, and I'll give you guys a shot of what it looks like out here. I'm probably not going to bring the camera inside because that's weird to me. But, you know, I'll show you where we're at. If you didn't know this was a record store, this is Records Galore in Clarkston, and we're going to go through the red door, and we're going to see what we can find. All right, it's about, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours later? 2 hours later. I have a little stack of stuff. I'll share it with you guys when I get to the house, but suffice to say, it was a honey hole. Met Ken, the owner and proprietor. Really cool guy. So if you're in this area, that's a great place to go and do business, and I give it a thumbs up. And that pretty much is going to take care of this little mini record crawl. It's really not a record crawl when it's one store, but I found some gems, some stuff I really was looking for, and so we'll go over that probably in the next cut. So it's fun shopping with you, Sean. Sean gives the thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in just a second. All right, I am back home giving everybody a wave after today's adventure with Sean, and had a great time. I love to visit Sean and hang out and do some record hunting. And so, as you figured from watching the video, that we were in the Atlanta area, and he showed me Records Galore, which you've already seen. But there is the address and the card. I hope you guys can see that. And spoke with Ken Waldrop, and some of you guys probably know Ken. I know he's done a few record shows. Really, really cool guy. Worth the trip out to Clarkston to go visit. Just can't say enough good things. It's always great when you find a store and a guy that loves selling records and has a good selection, has great prices. And so I'm going to show you guys what I got. Now, on our way back from Ken, we stopped at just one of Sean's sort of local haunts, Ella Guru Records. And so we just kind of popped in there, and I managed to find a couple of other things as well. So this is everything that I got today. I mean, I didn't really get anything that I would say is major, but I did fill some holes. And managed to do get some things that I really was kind of needing. And so you'll see as I go through these, and I'm going to go through them probably kind of quickly. I haven't really listened to any of them yet. So the first one is Bruce Cockburn. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you I got a lot of Bruce Cockburn today. And those that have been following my channel know that Bruce is an artist that I've recently sort of discovered and started getting into. He has a ton of albums out there, and so that one is Big Circumstance. I also picked up Inner City Front. These are all Bruce Cockburn records, and you know, Ken had them in sort of the cheap stuff. So Bruce Cockburn's an artist that you can, because there's so many of these records out there. I don't know anything about them, any of these. This is World of Wonders. Any of my Bruce Cockburn fans, let me know down there. Like I said, I've been picking a lot of these up in the past few months, and so it's kind of one of those guys that when I see his stuff, I pick them up. Humans, and some of these are demos, as you can tell there, are demonstrations. But the records are in really, really nice shape. And finally, one more Bruce Cockburn, Resume. So there's that. So this is a gatefold. Also, it's a gatefold there. But yeah, cool stuff to pick up and find, and looking forward to spinning those. Now the next ones are sort of the top line. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Bruce Cockburn fans would say those are top notch finds. But these are things that I really was really happy to locate. This is Nilsson. Do you pronounce it Nilsson or just Nilsson? I would say it's just Nilsson. You know, but either way, it's a Harry Nilsson album, and actually this is the one Harry Nilsson album that I was needing for my collection, and he had it. Ken had a copy of that at Records Galore, so I picked it up. Really, really good stuff. So I've completed my regular Harry Nilsson. Now I need the Flash Harry album, which I think you can only find on import, but also I need the Skidoo soundtrack if you count that. But with this one, I finally have all of the sort of regular studio Harry Nilsson albums. Another hole in my collection was Bob Dylan's Shot of Love. This is the third sort of gospel album. But I really like this album a lot. It's got some great songs like Lenny Bruce, Every Grain of Sand. But I like things like Watered Down Love. I like the title track. Property of Jesus is a great song. And another favorite of mine on this album is... you know, I thought that... I may be wrong, but I thought the Groom Still Waiting at the Altar was on this record, but I don't see it listed. Inserting this, Groom Still Waiting at the Altar is not on this release. Something I didn't know. It's supposed to be on here, but it was the B-side to Heart of Mine, and it was later pressings of this album. It was stuck in the album, and of course on the CD, which I've been familiar with, it was on there. So I'm a little disappointed because I absolutely love Groom Still Waiting at the Altar, but that's where it is. So so I'm not crazy. This is just an early pressing of this album. So if I'd have probably known that, I didn't really look at it because I just was like, oh, I checked the condition of the record, but I didn't look at the track listing. If I'd have known that, I might have even passed this one up. But still, it's just something I didn't have on vinyl, and I'll probably see it out there. It's not an uncommon record, but that's the answer to that question. Find out. This is one I picked up at El Guru. This is, and you guys that have followed my channel, and I think on my jazz list, I talked about Don Ellis. This is Don Ellis at the Fillmore. This is one of the Columbia releases. He does a really weird version of Hey Jude on here. But Don Ellis is just kind of nutty jazz music, nutty big band music, and of course I love it. Another one that I found at El Guru was this guy, Mark Hurd. Any Mark Hurd fans out there, let me know. I think Mark was from Georgia. He died an untimely death. He actually died on stage and had a heart attack, basically, and was rushed to the hospital and passed at really too young. Really fantastic songwriter. I know a lot of people like Jim Lauderdale, people like that, my alt-country Americana guys. Mark Hurd was a big influence on them. Really superb writer. But, not a whole lot. He's not a well-known name, but he wrote some really great songs. Now we're going to go back to Records Galore. This was a big find for me. This is the Monkees Present, the Monkees Present. This is an original Cole Gems. So you usually don't see many of these later Monkees records out there. But I do have the Rhino version of this. But this is the original Cole Gems as released in '69. And back to El Guru for one more for El Guru. I just kind of put them in some kind of order. But another Monkees hole in my collection. This is Changes, which is the album, the last regular '60s album they made. It's just Davy and Mickey. This is a Rhino version. But this completes my Rhino Monkeys collection, with the exception of Pool It, which I will get because I'm a completist. And I mean, I know this is a much maligned album. I enjoy this album for what it is. It's just a pop record. I mean, it's not nearly as good as some of the previous stuff. Even Present here is, to me, a phenomenal album full of really great songs. But this is it's okay. I mean, it's listenable. It's not just a garbage album. And finally, the last one I picked up at Records Galore is this Jackie DeShannon record called Laurel Canyon. And the reason I was drawn to this album is the Light in the Attic compilation, Country Funk, had her version of The Wait. And if you have never heard Jackie DeShannon sing The Wait, that's the band song, go check it out. I love it. Barry White actually sings backup on this. But this is sort of a, Southern California songwriter album, but her version of The Wait is just a smoking version of it. But those are my pickups that I got from Eleguru. Just a couple of things at Eleguru, and the stuff that I picked up from over at Records Galore. And that's definitely if you're in that area, that's a must-stop place. And I had a great time with Sean. Glad to be back home. We'll do our regular record crawl probably in June. And so I know people that watched that video last year will be looking forward to it this year. And we'll definitely be doing that, so expect that. I couldn't get Sean to be on camera, so you heard his voice, so you know he really exists. But maybe, hopefully, we can coax good old Sean to start making some videos for you guys, because, I mean, he knows his records. He's a good guy. And I can't ask for a better friend, especially someone to hunt records with. So, very cool. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I appreciate everyone that's been watching these videos. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Please go check out my daily channel, Daily Records, where I do a different record and feature it every day. So lots of stuff over there, and I've been doing it every day in 2018. There's been a different record. So go check that out and tell me what you think, or give me some suggestions on it. That channel really is sort of way under the radar, not a lot of hits every day, and so, but the videos are really short. I try to keep them short and concise, unlike this. But thanks for watching, and until then, we'll see you next time.